Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, physical activity for older adults. Older adults are classified as people who are 60 years or older. There seems to be an inherent problem that older adults do not engage in enough physical activity as they do when they are younger. Less than 48% of all adults did not meet the physical activity guidelines, which is 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity exercise every week. Only 35 to 44% of adults 75 years or older are physically active, and 28 to 30% of those adults ages 65 to 74 are physically active. The consequences of not being physically active when you're older translate into a lot of different things. Higher risk of getting a variety of different diseases such as strokes, type 2 diabetes, depression, some cancers, and even heart disease. There's also higher costs from obesity. These are called economic costs that can translate into medical costs, productivity costs, and transportation costs. This can also apply to those with low physical activity. Older adults will have less mobility as well and are susceptible to many more injuries. Here are some trends of obesity in the past several decades. The obesity rates per state in 1995 were less than 10%. In 2010, most states were greater than 25%. By 2030, it is estimated that half of all adults, which is 115 million in the U.S., will be obese. Do not fall into this category because there are a lot of consequences, as the previous slide mentioned, that come along with it. There is a solution to doing this. The government recommends that adults get at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity so that could be similar to brisk walking, or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity every week. And that equates to about 30 minutes every day of moderate exercise or physical activity. If older adults try to meet that recommendation, then they could be on the track for a healthier lifestyle. How can they do this, you might ask? Lift weights, walk, mow the lawn, even do garden, play sports, do yoga, etc. Maybe eating healthier, getting on the proper nutrients is important as well. If you follow that My Pyramid, you can get to the right amount of nutrients needed. One thing that older population should know about is the FIT formula. This will help train yourself to be happy if you follow this formula. One of the F stands for frequency. How often do you exercise? I for intensity, how hard do you exercise? T for time, how long? And T for type, what kind of exercise are you doing? A tip when designing your exercise is to do a pre-screening test called PAR-Q to see if it's actually safe to start exercising. Benefits of exercising. There are a lot of benefits that come along with consistent physical activity for older adults. You have less risk of getting diseases, have more mobility, less risk of getting hurt when falling, less medical bills and costs, feeling better about yourself are all the benefits. In the end, you need to change. Change now. The physical activities and goals that you want to do that should be starting now. Don't put it off. Make that change today. What you are is what you have been. What you'll be is what you do now. Buddha.